And I think that should also come out very clearly, because I can see people already talking of us chairing Park, Peak. Remember, those committees are to be chaired by the opposition. And as we speak, we are not calling ourselves opposition. We are waiting for the Supreme Court to make a determination on Friday whether we have a rerun or a repeat election in this country or not. In which case, if we are going to win, and I believe we are going to win, then we will not qualify to chair Park, Peak, etc. So those who are already campaigning for those positions, they are campaigning for positions which may not even belong to the NASA coalition, so to speak. But we are meeting after the decision of the court on Friday. We have decided as a coalition to hold a retreat next week, sometime next week, in which retreat we are going to agree on the leadership of the two houses of parliament based on the outcome of the Supreme Court. But I will tell you that we will be guided by, one, fairness within the coalition, that no party in the coalition should get positions at the exclusion of the others. So they will be sharing almost the same way in 2013, except that there may be shifts in positions occupied by our individual parties, because now we have even ANC with us, we have CCM also with us, even though there are few. But fundamentally, we are also going to look at the quality. I think something that is not in doubt, that everyone believes in, that 11th Parliament, the leadership of the House, especially National Assembly that we had in the 11th Parliament, disappointed our coalition, so to speak. And therefore, I don't think we are prepared as a coalition to repeat the same mistake just in the name of balancing off and having parties represented in the leadership of the houses. We are going to ask ourselves, after we have decided that this political party will produce this particular leadership, then we must ask, who is that leader? So that is, I think, very critical.
Well, finally, tyranny of numbers, how are we going to navigate in terms of passing legislative agenda given the tyranny of number reloaded in Parliament?
Well, I do know that Jubilee has more numbers than us. They are superior in the House, but they don't have absolute majority. So still there is give and take. There will still be negotiation, so to speak, between the two coalitions if we have to push an agenda that is as important as even constitutional amendment. But in terms of simple legislation statutes, I think, well, Jubilee will have a bigger say, let me say, not say, but their way, we will have our say. I think in matters legislation, what is important is the debates. I am convinced beyond reasonable doubt that we have enough numbers to engage Jubilee in constructive debates in the House. We have good brains, professionals, people with experience also, and I don't think there is going to be a repeat of 2013-2017 Parliament, the 11th Parliament, because I know we are going to change leadership of the House. But beyond that, legislation and whether statutes bills would pass also depends on how you network, how you lobby, and the productivity and the quality of the proposed legislation. You may find a good number of people may cross from Jubilee side to support a progressive piece of legislation. I only hope that whatever the outcome of the Supreme Court, if we go into this Parliament and this term of 5 years with Jubilee as having superior number, I only hope that an elected member of Parliament goes back to Article 95 and 96 of the Constitution and know that we are legislating on behalf of the people of Kenya, and we need to protect their interests.
All right, thank you so much. That is ODM Party Chair, Mr. John Mbadi, articulating what the opposition will actually be undertaking once they come to Parliament or they are sworn in. As from tomorrow, something else that they spoke about is fidelity among members of the opposition, whereby members of the opposition do not cross the aisle to the other side to ask for development as it were in the last Parliament. So we will leave it at that. And of